Hey, hi. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's me, Bruce, with co-stars Luna and Blas the German Shepherd. And today, guys, we're back. It's only been a few hours since I've last seen you, and that's the way I like it, okay? We're back, and guess what, folks? We're playing Amnesia. Do you have Amnesia? Did you forget that we started Amnesia yesterday? I didn't, okay? It's Amnesia, the Dark Descent. I keep wanting to say the Dark Descent. The Dark Descent, episode 2, everyone. Episode 2. And let's talk about Dark Descent for a second here. This game is hard, okay? We're gonna be very careful about how and when we save the game. Okay, that's the number one thing that we have to think about, is saving the game. It costs lots of tinderboxes to save the game. So we're gonna have to be very considerate about our tinderbox use. Basically, we cannot light any flames throughout the entire castle. Like, there's a mechanic in this game of losing your sanity when you're shrouded in darkness and when you see scary stuff. So the idea is that you're supposed to grab tinderboxes throughout the environment, and you light torches on the wall, or candelabras, or just lanterns. There's all sorts of areas in the castle where you can light a candle, and it's like a save spot. It's like a safe area for you to hide, and for you to like recover your sanity. But we cannot do that because tinderboxes are very expensive and very rare, and we need to use them to save the game. So we're basically relying on our lantern and any pre-existing light sources that we can come across in the environment. So that's kind of the mentality that I'm going into today's playthrough. Yesterday was our first episode, and I really had no idea what to expect from the game. So now that we have kind of an idea of what this game is, I think that I can do a lot better in it tonight. Last night's episode was really tough. If you even watched the whole thing, it's tough to get through. I know that it is. I was nervous. I had a lot of anxiety. The game is very anxiety-inducing. And I was very twitchy. And I was running around scared, and it looked like I was trying to speedrun the game because I was looking for any sort of lights, any sort of tinderboxes in the environment, because they're hidden behind boxes and stuff like that. So I was like throwing boxes all over the place looking for tinderboxes. And I also saw that the game was super dark for you. So today we're going to crank up the gamma a couple more points so that you guys watching on YouTube can at least see something when I'm hiding in the darkness, because this game is going to be a lot of darkness, okay? But with that being said, I think that the storyline is really intriguing. I'm very excited to learn more about the storyline. I hope that it dips into eldritch horror. We're going to see about that. But for now, we know that there's some sort of like Egyptian magical orb thing that we uncovered, and this man, wait, what was that? Oh, look, I can get the Resident Evil Classic bundle. What? There was something on the front screen here. It looked like Diablo or something. Okay. Man, GOG is so great, ain't it, guys? Okay, let's jump in. Oh, let me close Discord, because we don't need any of that nonsense. And make sure Steam is also closed. Yeah. The Lethal stream was so much fun, says Jeeves. Yeah. So anyway, we got a couple of people hanging out in chat already. Ravenwolf is here. How's it going, Ravenwolf? Who has not seen Spider-Man, apparently. John Doe is here. Hello, John Doe. And Jeeves is here. Hello, Jeeves. Jeeves! Game is super loud. And I need to make the volume correct for you as well. Alright, continue. So we saved the game as we descended the elevator into the dungeon. It's just been a long time. Yeah, I'm sure, Raven. Okay, so we descended into the dungeon. I really like the graphics in this game, and I like the physics engine. I like moving my character around. It's pretty nice. All right, we're gonna crank up the gamma a little bit so that folks on YouTube can see something. I mean, God, guys, I replayed the video last night to see how dark it was for you. It's bad. So remember, we hit F to bring up our lantern, and we also learned that the sanity meter does not naturally like recover just by hanging out in the light. You have to, like, solve puzzles and stuff like that, too. We did a little practice run through the dungeon before I ended the episode last night. So we know... I remember basically nothing of what we did in this dungeon area. I know that there's a scary critter. I know there's a scary critter down here. Okay. Alright, so the bad guy's over here, right? Okay, so we need to run this way. There's like a bed. My screen is turning red. I don't know why. There's like a hammer and a chisel somewhere. I need to run up the stairs. The monster is down there. Oh, the monster's right there. Oh, God, it's right behind me. Oh, God. Throw the barrel at it! Alright, that's a good start. That's a good start. Shut up. Shut up. Can I throw... Do you think maybe if I threw a boulder at it? At the monster?
Shut up.
Shut up. I thought the monster was down here. I'm already losing it. My sanity, I'm already losing it. Alright, don't look at the monster. If you look at the monster, you'll lose your sanity. How do I close this? Damn it, Samsung! Alright. I lost my sanity. Hold on. Fucking Samsung. Go away. How do I... This is a lot like the first episode. We're still learning the mechanics, everyone. Imagine how unsuspenseful this would be if I could just save the game anytime I wanted to. That's what I was doing, Raven. Alright, I'm gonna bait out the monster. Because he's up here. Alright, there he is right there. Alright. I thought that was my text message again. Alright, now where's the monster? My sanity is not toast yet. Healing item.
Where did she go?
No, I won't tell. I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
I just saw it. I just saw the monster. Jesus Christ, it's running right towards me.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you. Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men. No, you come too. Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider. But... Somebody's coming. Hurry. I'll cover the hole with a bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
These little mandatory cutscenes are kind of annoying, I gotta admit. Especially when you're being chased by a monster. Alright, there we go. Cool. So now I should have my sanity back because I solved a puzzle, right? Yeah, okay, my sanity is crystal clear now. My brain is green. Left or right? Okay, right. feel like I'm gonna run into the Dark Brotherhood down here. Okay, storage. Kitchen. The lock won't budge. The gate is locked and the padlock is in excellent condition. Alright, let's go to storage first. No. Kitchen first. Oh, look at this. This is nice.
2nd of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Okay. Here you go. You want some bread? Mouse? Have that, mousey. Alright, everyone, we have one tinderbox. Not that I would need to save the game right now anyways. Potential weapon here. Yeah. I can touch the fire with my hands. Yeah, that did exactly what I thought it would do. Did you hear that? John Doe, what's going on, buddy? How's it going, John Doe? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna touch everything that hurts me. They give you a healing item there because you're so stupid that you're gonna touch it yourself. The bottleneck is too narrow for the flask to be filled without spilling the acid, but a glass container is the ideal vessel. Okay. Well, how about this one? Glass container. Wait, what is that on his leg? That's a huge splinter. Or wait, is that like a graphical error? Oh, that's the pig's... What? Oh my god, the horror! The horror! Alright, I'll put that on the stove. Not a tinderbox in sight. Do you think maybe one is hidden in the rafters? That'd be diabolical if they did that. I would respect it. Alright, you know what this means? This means we need to go to storage now. Because our glass bottle is probably in storage. I'm going to create a hiding spot in case... In case I need to, hide from a monster. Say I could tuck away into this. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Let's just do them all. Yeah, let's do them all. I think I've got some more sounds in there you guys haven't used. How's it going, Mr. Riley? Bastard! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, fuck! Look at that ass! Look at that ass! Run! Run! Ah! No! No! That did not go well. But at least I stayed calm. At least I stayed calm. Oh man, I don't want to go through these cutscenes over and over and over. I almost want to switch to normal mode just so I don't have to watch these cutscenes over and over and over. Yeah, I'm thinking Madison for the next game. Guys, I'm honestly thinking about switching to normal just so that I don't have to watch the cutscenes over and over and over. Which means I have to start the game over. Davenport! What's going on, Davenport? How's it going, buddy? How far are you? Maybe just like... If you cut out all the dying, maybe an hour in. I can't even look at the enemy. Like, if I'm hiding from the enemy, I want to look at him. But this game punishes you for watching the enemy. That's kind of the point of these monster games. Oh, for Pete's sake! Seeing if Bruce is suffering or not. I'm definitely suffering. I hate this game. I mean, should we switch? Alright, we'll switch to normal. Welcome to episode 1 of Amnesia.
Don't forget.
Save and exit. Okay.
Mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel.
I mean, what do you guys say? What do you say?
I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is...
Like...
I am...
Hold on.
Daniel.
Yeah. Like, we have to go... We have to go through all this shit again. But... The fact is we have so many games that we want to play on the channel. It's not worth banging our head against the wall for this one game. I mean, it's not like this is the best game ever made. Like, I played Alien Isolation on hard mode, and that game was super hard, but, like, we were enjoying that the whole time. Amnesia, I'm not really feeling it as much, and we have so many games that we want to get to, that let's just play this game on normal mode, let's experience the story, let's have a good time with the game, and then let's move on to something, you know, something new, okay? So, let's just speed run through this part of the game. We'll probably catch up to it in like 1 hour. We just have to go through all this BS. So apparently I can save the game anytime now. And tinderboxes will be easier to come by. What's going on, Nighthawk? Okay, game. Oh, you're just throwing tinderboxes left, right, and center. Oh, look, there's another one here on the table. What the hell? This shit's easy. I already have 4 tinderboxes. I have no idea what's going on here. I have no control over the camera. Five tinderboxes. This is my maximum running speed, by the way. Maximum running speed. I've always wondered, Bruce, what game makes you so pissed off or frustrated? What game makes me pissed off or has frustrated me to play? The first time I ever played Dark Souls, I took it back to the video game store. I played it for like 20 minutes. I took it back to the video game store. I said, you know what? This isn't for me. And when was that? Like 2012? I think was Dark Souls. And, yeah, like 16 years later, it's like my favorite game. And I play it... I'll beat the game in one day just for fun. What else? What other games? What other games have I... Let me read that again. It makes me pissed off or frustrated me to play. Didn't know you were that old. Oh, dude, I'm 36 years old. I turned 36 last month. Or in October. What other games? I know there's an oil back here, Tinderbox. That's a really good question. I do want to answer that question. Get out of here! I have 10 tinderboxes now. 10 tinderboxes.
19th of August. God.
I would have given somebody a hand job for 10 tinderboxes at this point in the game. And it would have been a good one, too. Gonna love Sekiro? Yeah, I'm gonna play Sekiro. I haven't played Sekiro. I've played Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring, but I haven't played any of the other ones.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have.
Like, that is such a good question. Like, let me look at these games. What game has frustrated me to play? It's got to be something on like the Super Nintendo or the Sega. What's in my library? I don't know. I mean, getting all the emblems on Sonic. No, that was fun the whole time. Actually, you know what? Getting all the emblems on Sonic Adventure 2 was kind of a grind. I guess it was frustrating. Sonic Adventure, I had a ton of fun getting all the emblems on that game. Let me just look through here. Did Dead Space aggravate me, guys? No, I've had fun with all these games. I don't know, like, I'm a really patient...
Connected to the... What did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
I think... Is Mr. Riley trolling? Dark Souls would be boring? It's a walking sim that's boring to experience? Are you talking about Dark Souls? But yeah, it would have to be... I'm a really, really patient guy and a patient gamer, so I can't really think of something that would be frustrating. That would have frustrated me. Other than, like, getting a perfect time or a perfect score in a Sonic game or something like that.
16th of late.
Oh, Death Stranding. Yeah. Yeah, Raven has asked me to play Death Stranding. I don't really know what would be the point. Because, like, Death Stranding is like a walking sim. It's literally the same experience for every player, isn't it? Alright, I literally have like 12 tinderboxes. I'm not even gonna look for more. I'm just gonna do the quests here. I know there's a good answer to what Davenport's question is. I just know that I'm not gonna have the answer until, like, I'm done with the show. And I'm like, oh my god, that would have been a perfect answer to tell. But there have definitely been video games that frustrated me. But it's where I'm, like, going for a perfect score in something. Or practicing a perfect run, like a speed run. Oh, there's got to be a way to skip this
Much
stuff.
of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take
Wow,
long
this
until
is going to be
things start
so
falling
easy
apart.
now.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it. You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start
I just did
over.
this.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
I just did this. Oh, does it open this door? Okay. Yo, there's like tinderboxes literally in every corner. Alright, I got the wine cellar key, right? Okay, let's get out of here. Sekiro, I still need to finish. I'm gonna play that game. Yeah, I'll play that on stream too. Hot take, Dark Souls is better than Elden Ring? That's not a hot take. That's just true. That's just real. Dark Souls is better than Elden Ring, for sure. Elden Ring has more replay value, Mr. Riley says. I would argue, I would beg to differ. I think Elden Ring does not have a lot of replay value. I think you play Elden Ring like one time and then that's it. I've replayed Dark Souls 20 times, 20 or more times. Elden Ring, I went for a second playthrough in Elden Ring and I stopped like before I was even halfway done. And I can try to explain why. Let me try to explain why. All right, I'll give you like 5 seconds here. I'll try to explain why. Elden Ring is really fun the first time that you play it because there's all this exploration and adventure and you're like looking at every when you're in the open world on what's his name, Torrent, and you're running around, you're like, oh, what's over there? Oh, what's that over there? Oh, what's this church? Oh, I'm gonna go in this underground cave and explore it. You do that all the first time that you play it, and it's amazing. You skip work because it's so fun and so engrossing. But then the next time that you play Elden Ring, you've already seen all that stuff, so all you want to do is speedline, beeline to every major dungeon, and then you just want to get the stuff, defeat the bosses, and finish the game. So doing it the first time is really fun. Doing it the second time, you just want to skip all the open world stuff and go straight to each main dungeon. And if you want that kind of experience, you could just go play Dark Souls. Dark Souls is that experience, but it's still an open world, Dark Souls is, and it's all interconnected. Like the open world is all interconnected, and you could still go about it at your own pace, but it cuts out all that middle stuff. Like I was replaying Elden Ring and I needed to like level up my weapons to get somber smithing stones. And I had to explore this huge open map, and I had like a PDF file on my phone where I was like, okay, here's where all the smithing stones are. And I was just like taking 5 to 10 minute walks to go find all the smithing stones in the open world, and it takes forever. And it's annoying after the second time that you play it, but it's really cool the first time that you play it. With Dark Souls 1, you don't have that issue. So you can just keep replaying Dark Souls and you remove all that monotonous open world running around stuff. Like, open worlds don't always make a game better. John Doe says, I replayed Elden Ring like 10 times. I'm glad that you had fun with it. Like I said, I played Elden Ring once. Like, hold on. Where is Elden Ring? I love Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong. I have 245 hours in Elden Ring. Like, don't get it twisted. I love that game. Okay? But I don't think it has a lot of replay value.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
What am I gonna do with all these tinder boxes? I feel like I'm moving too fast to even make use of them. A fellow Canadian says open world games are either hit or miss. Bet they're the best or empty. Yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is, if I can get rid of this tinnitus, what I'm saying is even if the open world is really great, it still is going to get boring after a while. And when you're trying to like run through the game and after you've already like they're only fun once you explore them that first time. Afterwards, it's just monotonous to get from point A to point B. Mr. Riley says, for me with Elden Ring, once you finish it and know the map, you can pre-plan your route and build style. For Dark Souls, I just felt like I was being all scrappy. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm being all scrappy. I was being all scrappy. But I do understand your first part, Mr. Riley. Once you finish it and know the map, you can pre-plan your route and build your build style. Yeah. That is a good point. So in Elden Ring, you can like make different builds and stuff like that. And for Dark Souls, because of the age of the game, it's really kind of solved. Like there's like a best build in that game, but there's still freedom of choice in that game. The reason I think Elden Ring's open world is amazing is because I had the misfortune to play Assassin's Creed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. As you guys know, I will not play anything by Ubisoft.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Except
Where's the last poison bottle?
not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Where's that last poison bottle? Or chemical bottle, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was in here. There it is. Skyrim is also valid. Even now, with 2,000 plus hours, I still somehow run into stuff I haven't ran into on Skyrim. Yeah, that's fine. I get you. Yeah, Skyrim's fun. I mean, I've played the Elder Scrolls Morrowind a million times, and I still like that game. I'm not saying that that's true for everything. I'm just saying for Elden Ring specifically. Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls Morrowind are different than my complaint about Elden Ring's open world. You don't need to grab smithing stones to level up your weapons and go to specific areas to get your armor and weapons in Morrowind and Skyrim. You can, like, smith it yourself. You can go to a shop. Most shops have the same kind of weapons, so if you're looking for, like, a longsword, you don't have to go to this specific dungeon. Oh, but you can't go to that dungeon yet because you haven't unlocked that area, and you need, you know what I mean? Like in Elden Ring, a lot of the world is locked off by progression So like, if I want to get a certain weapon and it's up in the northern part of the map, you have to get the 2 Dectus medallions and combine them before you can even go to that area. So you have to play like 20 hours of the game in order to even get that item that you want. So that's not true for like other open world games. My complaint about Elden Ring is not about all open world games in general. It's just about Elden Ring in general and what kind of game you expect out of Elden Ring versus Dark Souls. Dark Souls is like all of the good parts of Elden Ring distilled into one shorter experience. Does that make sense?
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And 1 part aqua force.
Can we all agree that Patches is... What the hell's going on with my game? Patches is more powerful than any god? I don't think anyone saw about my comment regarding Hideo Kojima's upcoming project. No, what is it? It's a new stealth game. PlayStation only? That's probably how he got funding for it. It's essentially his new Metal Gear Solid, but it's probably going to be as whacked out as Death Stranding 2. Did Death Stranding 2 ever come out? Like, that's a real game, isn't it?
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
I probably would have played Death Stranding when it came out if it didn't have Norman Reedus in it.
I found one.
So, by the way, I can only save and exit. I don't know what that means. I feel like I should test that out right now. I can't just, like, save the game. I've seen bits and pieces. Some guy dressed like a member of KISS using a guitar to fight ghosts. Wait, what? That's the new Hideo Kojima? Okay, so what happens if I hit save and exit? That doesn't sound like a stealth game at all. Alright, it saves exactly where I was standing. Okay. Put it this way, the great Mads Mikkelsen didn't understand the story. He just read his lines. So Mads Mikkelsen's in it? I'm tired of video games with actors as the main character. It totally puts me off. Not interested. Every one of those games has 5 wacky weirdos to kill. Yo, the Metal Gear Solid series is awesome, though. I had so much fun playing those games with you guys. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker being my favorite. But we haven't played 5 yet. I have 20 tinderboxes. Yeah, we need to get on 5. We will be doing 5. Early next year, we're going to get back on Metal Gear Solid 5.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Did you grind Peace Walker for the final mission? No. I still have not. All of my video gaming has been on stream. But, okay, we'll finish Peace Walker. Alright, we'll finish Peace Walker. I mean, I like that game, don't get me wrong. It's my favorite one. But, I just didn't like grinding. I don't want to grind. I don't like grinding in video games, guys. That's why I never played those survival games that everybody loves so much, like Ark. And, that's why I couldn't play, what's the Pokemon game that everybody, it was really, really good? Look at all these tinderboxes. It's lousy with them. Pal World. Pal World. I couldn't get into Pal World for the same reason. I just don't like grinding. I don't like chopping trees and shit in video games. Where's the drill? Where's the drill bit? Ark is very wacky. I never understood the purpose of the game. Ark Survival Evolved. I mean, so like, I'll play those games for a weekend with the boys. You know what I mean? We'll all get on there and grind all weekend and have a good time with it, but then I'm done with it. And Ark is fun because you can, like, ride dinosaurs. Oh, I need all the parts. Where's the final part to the drill? Okay, one part was in here. Did I go up this way yet? OSRS is a different story? Yeah, that's right, because I played that game, like, in high school and COVID. So, yeah, I had time to grind for that game. World of Warcraft also counts in that list. There was a time in my life when I loved playing World of Warcraft, OSRS, stuff like that, but that time is gone. I just feel like it's a huge waste of time nowadays. Spider-Man Gamer, what's going on, Spider-Man Gamer? How's it going, buddy? Spider-Man Gamer dropping the memes. Dropping the memes in the Discord. Alright, now which way do I go? This way? And then I lit a torch to let me know which way to go. I think it's this way? No, that's the way I come. This way? Get me more pictures of Spider-Man! We should watch those movies for a movie night. You guys remember movie nights? Movie nights were popular like twice, and that's it.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
The year that I made you guys watch The Christmas Shepherd, I think that's when movie nights died. I have like 37 tinderboxes. Hello! asshole doing in there? Alright, fine. I just won't go in there. Are there chicken tenders in those boxes? I think there might be some tendies in these boxes. Alright, we've got the two things. Now I need to leave, right? This is all I need from this area. Go back into your hole. Okay, my sanity is low. This is not good. But I can't die from sanity now. I think it's so dumb that looking at the monsters sets off my sanity meter. I want to watch the monsters. That's the fun of the game. Okay. Okay. So I have to watch the monster walk away so that I can sneak past him, but I can't look at the monster because it will kill me. See, look, I can't look at the monster. This is so dumb. Online stealth is jank you. There can only be one boss. I'm not following. If I was in a horror game or a movie scenario, I'd be as gay as possible to set off the killers.
Don't forget your bag,
What?
Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Normal mode does have checkpoints, Raven. You're right. Yep, that's a big get.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw. But I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Wait, there was something in this room. No, I think you just have to spawn the window cracking. There's a tinderbox out here on the windowsill. How many tinderboxes do I have? 39. And I've been using them too. I mean, they couldn't have found a balance between 39 tinderboxes and like 7. All right, now we just need to go to the bedroom. We're moving, baby. We're moving. We're almost where we were last night. Or where we started. We have like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal? Second to the French. Third of his mates. His account. Fourth of July. The key. Please, let it be here. God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
I have a big complaint with this game, guys, and it's not going to go away. I think watching the monster is part of the horror, and this game punishes you for that. Oh, hold on, hold on. Let's go look at the feet. We got to look at the feet.
Herbert, how did we find this place? An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer.
5th of July, as I...
And in the other direction.
Oh, the numbers are different. Wait.
What am I? Sorry.
Where was that other gear? Right here. Yeah, I saw what Mr. Riley wrote. Hey man, if he doesn't want his notifications on, it's whatever. Nobody's ever obligated to watch my show. I only want you to hang out if you're having a good time. But stay subscribed and get more people to subscribe. We're moving. We're moving. I'm gonna stop speedrunning once we catch up to where I was, okay? I don't want to, like, run through the whole game like this.
Come this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
God, I'm so tired of these flashbangs. Davenport, what a dick. I feed on shame. So you're Catholic. I've lost my sanity.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No. I won't tell. I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you. Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
Bruce! What's going on? What happened, Davenport? Your blankie? They're gonna take your blankie? Raven's being mean?
No.
Raven, you better cut it out.
No.
Quit being mean to Davenport.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider. But someone is coming. Hurry. I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
Oh my god, the stone puzzle. Alright, we're back, boys. We're back, and I have 40 tinder boxes. Fuck this game. I'm just gonna start lighting shit, guys. What is this, Half-Life 2? Half-Life 2 has this kind of stuff, doesn't it?
Second of August, they are...
Leave Davenport and his blankie alone. This channel is supposed to be a safe space.
Is he safe?
Well, okay, I don't really know. I guess I need to go down this way?
Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside! It's too dangerous!
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Sooner we'll be ready. Let there be enough time. He escaped? Where is he now?
Mr. Riley's getting out of here. All right, Mr. Riley, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Oh my god, this is so dumb. I have to, like, sneak around this monster, but I can't actually look at it.
Shut up.
Nosferatu man, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're enjoying. Yeah, we're really starting to get into the story. I do have one problem with the game, Nosferatu, man. Maybe you can help, maybe you can help me. I'm complaining about one thing about this game. It's the fact that looking at the monster is, like, bad for my character. And I want to watch the monster as I sneak around it. So, in my opinion, that kind of sucks. Am I just misinterpreting the rules? I'm running around in circles here. I really need to figure out where to go. Alright, we went to the kitchen. I need to go to storage. The gate leading out of this area is locked by a worn padlock. Right, so I have acid. I have acid in the kitchen, but I need some sort of bottle. Alright, guys, I need a bottle. So that I can hold this acid and melt the lock. Storage. Storage. I'm pretty sure that room is where I need to go. Oh, I guarantee you guys. I guarantee you. No matter who is in the lobby, who's in the chat, I've taken a bigger mushroom trip than you. I guarantee it. I've never met or read about another person taking as much as I have in a single dose. Snoop Dogg? I doubt it. I doubt he's taken as much as I have in a single dose. Where is the storage? This way. Ah, here we go. This is what I need right here. I'm letting you have that title. Listen, guys. In the world of taking mushrooms, in the community of taking mushrooms, something called a hero dose is 5 grams. I've taken 14 in one go. 14 grams in one go. Oh, I need to go back to the kitchen. Is this the way to the kitchen? Wait, what? Yeah, this is the way. Davenport says on daily? I don't know what you mean by that. Shit! Yeah, my first time on mushrooms, I took 7 grams, and then I went to 10, then I went to 12, then I went to 14. No, I mean all in one go. I had to liquefy it. Me and my friend, we had to we did some sort of chemistry where we liquefied it. You must have saw the universe? I did. I was gone. I'm not joking when I say this. I know it's going to sound silly, but I was gone for 500 years. I know it's going to sound stupid. I had 13 or 14 lifetimes that I lived. I'm not kidding when I say this. But really, when me and my friend, when we woke up and we were out of it, we were back on Earth, only 3 or 4 hours had passed. But yeah, I was definitely out in the universe. For the next month, after I had come down... wait, where do I need to go? For the next month... It's so funny. I don't know how to tell this story in a concise, succinct way. The next... Okay, so when I came back... For the next month, I was convinced that me and my friend had died in a house fire. So, we took the mushrooms, and the house that I was living in had a fireplace, and we, made a fire in the fireplace before we tripped out. So, when we came back, after I had gone to sleep and woken up the next day, I was convinced that I had died in the house fire. We were irresponsible, and somehow the house lit up, and we died in the fire, and I was living my normal life. Because I kept living my normal life, I went to work, and I went home, and I went to visit my parents, because at the time I was visiting my parents, every weekend. So I went down to visit my parents, and I was just, living my regular life. But I was convinced that I had died in the fire, but this was the universe's way of gently walking me into the fact of death. So I thought I had died in the house fire, and I was hanging out with my parents, and I was like, you guys aren't really here. I'm dead. You guys are probably mourning me at the funeral right now. But this is the universe's way of, walking me into the idea of dying. So, it wasn't a shock to me. Because, if you just died, it would be a huge shock to your system. You're like, oh god, I'm dead now. So, the universe was, gently putting me into it, hey, I just want to start letting you know that this isn't real. You're actually dead. So, yeah. It took me a month to, come out of that sureness that I was dead. It was wild, man. It was crazy. But it was totally logical. It totally made sense to me at the time. And I had put Blas... He was being babysat by somebody, because I didn't want Blas in my responsibility while I was on mushrooms. So I had a girlfriend of mine, or a friend girl of mine, watch him while me and my friend were tripping out. So I was like, okay, Blas is safe. He wasn't in the fire. He's being taken care of by somebody. Where is that gate? Oh, it's right here. What do you mean it would do no good? It's a jar filled with acid. Do I need to use it here? Wait, I'm confused now. I thought that I poured the acid on the padlock. Use your stomach, guys. Can somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong here? Do I use this bed as a ladder?
August 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
No, you got it all wrong, Davenport. That wasn't my trip. I don't even know how I could describe the trip to you. There were like 2 or 3 moments that I could like describe and like paint a picture in my head, but the trip itself was indescribable. Like, it was like traveling. I'm not joking when I say like traveling the universe and like colors and tunnels and that kind of stuff. The thing about the death, that was after I came off the mushrooms. That was for the next few weeks after the trip. No, I don't know how I could describe the trip. It's indescribable, but it was awesome. I definitely recommend that you guys, at least if you want to edge into it. Okay, first of all, don't ever try this stuff if you're not mentally ready to have like an open experience for it. If you're scared of doing it, do not do it. Because if you're scared of it when you go into it, it's going to be a very bad experience for you. If you go into it feeling safe and feeling like you're going to have a good time and it's going to be an opening experience, then that's when you're ready to do it. But if you can work yourself up to 5, 7, 10 grams safely, then you will have an incredible life-changing experience. And I don't want to say that I recommend it, because I want you to be open and friendly to it and know that you're going to have a safe, good time. Then you are giving yourself an opportunity to have a great time with it. So it's hard for me to say I recommend that you do it, but if you feel like you could go into it with an open mind and with a positive outlook, then yes, I definitely think that you should. No, my trip was not that death thing. That was how I felt after it. I had to replant myself on the ground. Like, when I came out of the trip, like, me and my friend, we were like looking at our arms and hands and legs, unfamiliar with them. Like, we were looking and we were like, oh my gosh, I'm back in like a mortal skin and flesh, like a mortal body. I don't know how to describe the trip. It's unbelievable. It's literally indescribable. It was the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced in my life to this day. What do I do with this acid? Is it here? Somebody help me, please. Oh!
mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
Davenport. Oh, Davenport. Good to have you on here, buddy. It's been a while. You know, what was I watching the other day? I was watching a show. Maybe it was one of my YouTube shorts, and I saw you in chat, and I was like, what? There's Davenport, man. What happened to Davenport? I'm glad that you popped in tonight.
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew.
Guess who's back?
Like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers, and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb, and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's telling us that the orb has like a physical manifestation. A physical creature chases the guy who's after the orb. Okay, is that why? Okay, I'm actually walking in a circle. Well, it's a square. It's a square, but I meant it figuratively, okay? I know shapes. Ah! I did it! Yes! I did it without your help! Oh, look at that. That looks badass. It had a, This is very loud. There's a lot of noises. Please stop. Yo, that thing had a holy hand grenade. You guys know what I'm talking about? That's a Worms reference. That bird was holding a holy hand grenade right here. Wait, is this thing a real thing? The holy hand grenade is a fictional weapon from the movie Monty Python. Oh. That's so funny because I know it from Worms.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Yo, check this out, guys. We're in a new area. Look, look, look. This looks like the tunnel to Blighttown in Dark Souls. Do I know Monty Python? Yes, I know Monty Python. I'm just saying. Oh, look, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. This is where I know the holy hand grenade from. When I was a little kid, I played Worms before I saw Monty Python. So, like, the association is with Worms. And when they throw it, it goes, hallelujah, and then it explodes. All right, parkour. Parkour. Oil drainage. All right, we got some oil. The water is too deep to traverse safely. Monty Python is older than Worms. Yes, I know, Raven. I think Worms got the holy hand grenade from Monty Python. What I'm trying to explain is that I associated it with Worms. But I think Worms got it from Monty Python. Alright, so I have this jar of oil. The lever is stuck. Okay, let's grease it up. The broken pipe is blocking the ladder. It got somewhat damaged by the impact. I like this game. I like this game. I always keep a holy hand grenade under my pillow when the sleep demon comes out, aka my mom. Wait, what? You still live with your mom? Which, that's not a bad thing. I mean, you live way out in the... Wait, oh no, that's Davenport. Oh, I don't know how old Davenport is. He might be like 16 years old. In that case, if you're 16, Davenport, do not do drugs. Ignore everything that I told you. I'm just lighting lanterns for the hell of it. Davenport's 18? What's up, dude? That's awesome. I'm twice as old as you, Davenport. How does that feel? Look at this place, guys. This is pretty cool. Look, look, the game has lighting on this. Do you see the lighting? That means it's a key item. Okay. I'm gonna read this, but I gotta pee. So I'm gonna read this and then pee. The work I have put into this machine is unequaled by the reasoning of any man. The thought that generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is most tiring. The limitations of this world have made my work incredibly difficult. It has forced me to build the thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate. Not to mention the flow of tamed lightning, crudely replaced by pressured steam pushing its way through pipes and turbines. It shames me to think of what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Where he works with magnifying glass to carefully fix all parts, I push 5 men to erect a tower wrought of wrought iron in the hope I will even have the tiniest hint of power found in the Traveler's Locket. Okay, so it's like a giant watch? Alright, I gotta pee. Hold up. What do we got over here? What are you guys talking about? Alex is 18 as well. I figured Alex was 18. Davenport, he speaks beyond his age, though. Oh, a fellow Canadian says so fluffy. Oh, wait, last night a fellow Canadian asked the ages of the dogs, which I didn't realize that. He said, I thought that he said, how are the dogs doing or something, but he asked what the ages are. And yeah, Raven, you were really, really close. Blas, he turned 11 in September. Luna is 6 years old. She turns 7 on December 27th, I think. Her birthday is December 27th. So yeah, Luna, 2019, let's see, September 2019, she was 9 months old. So September 2019, Yeah. So this year in December, she'll be 7 years old. I speak beyond my age. I feel like I speak like I'm 12, bro, says Davenport. Well, you're wrong. No, you, I mean, I only know you from chat, but you seem like an intelligent young man. No homo. I mean, I'm not gay, but, you know, I'd do you. Alright, so I've got this pipe here, and I'm offering it to Davenport. Wait, that came out wrong. Maybe I need it in here? Alright, guys, we're getting into some real puzzle solving now, which I enjoy. What's this? A wooden crank. Okay. John Doe. How old do I think John Doe is? I think John Doe is like, mid 25 to maybe 30. And I thought Davenport, like, if you want me to give you, like, a number, I thought Davenport might have been, like, 23. But he's like a 23 where he's, like, he's been doing the adult thing since he was, like, 18. So he's, like, ahead of the game. You know what I mean? Nosferatu Man. Okay, Nosferatu Man is interesting, because I think you're, like, I think you're my age, but not as old as me. Like, I think you're like, Nosferatu Man feels like my brain in terms of how he reflects on video games. Like, the kinds of conversations that we've had in chat and the kinds of questions that he asks about video games and about and in chat, I feel like he's like there as far as like mental maturity. So I think like Nosferatu Man's like 32. All right, here's where they use the pipe. Just turned 25. Okay. Well, good. You have a very you have a the way your brain works is good. I feel no different from 23. Dude, I'm 36 and I feel no different from when I was like 23. I guess this thing only goes in one spot? Yeah, okay, that only goes in one spot. Okay. I guess we need to find more pipes. Everyone keep your eyes peeled for pipes. Hey, what about over here? Was one of these? Hello, hello. Damn it. Where's that room? Here it is, right here. Okay, alright. We need to find 2 more. You know, Quasimodo predicted all this as a fellow Canadian. I'm glad, to be honest. I was really having a hard time with the thought of turning 25. Oh, yeah. You know, that's so funny because a lot of people talk about that when they start turning into like their mid-20s. I never really had that situation or that issue where I was like, "Oh no, I'm getting old." Like I never really had that problem. But I totally understand when people do have that. It just never affected me. Yeah, the way you feel right now at like 25, you're probably gonna feel like that for like the next like 11 or 12 years. Like I feel no different. What is that good? I lifted these things off the ground. Is that good? I guess I needed to do that. All right, one more. Where's the pipe, everybody? We need to find one more pipe. I'm just burning oil, running around with that lantern on. Alright, I need to go about this methodically. I've been in here, and I have not seen any pipes. Okay, so I'm gonna close this door. I've been in that room. This room is where I'm assembling all the pipes. So down here, this is the other room with the cranks on it. I didn't want to lose any part of my youthful spirit. I imagine myself an old man with the same interests. It's gonna be like that. It will be like that. I'm older and mentally I am feel like I am still young physically. I don't really I'm not trying I can't I'm not sure I can understand that, Raven. How about you guys stop talking about how old you are and help me find this effing pipe? That's probably good. That's probably good.
Daniel, is that you? What are you doing?
I am older mentally. I am still young, but physically, that isn't a... Oh, I still don't understand. I am older in mentally. I am still young, but physically, that is another story. Oh, you mean mentally I'm still young, but physically I don't feel young? Is that what you mean? I feel like I've checked every room 2 or 3 times. I mean, there's only this room, and then the other version of this room, which is over here. but I need the other pipe in order to do this puzzle. Yeah, I see what Raven is saying. She's saying that she's older in age, and she still feels young mentally, but she doesn't feel young physically. Guys, this pipe, it has to be somewhere. But I don't know. I mean, I've really looked in every corner of every room. Witness me! Nuh-uh, I'm gonna die young fighting. Not gonna die of old age, that's slow. I wonder if dogs feel the same way. You know, I think Blas is a good example of that question, because Blas turned 11, like I said, but he is still just as annoying as he was when he was 2 years old. I mean, he doesn't run as fast as he used to, but he still, like, runs with the same amount of, like, focus and drive when we play fetch. Like when I throw the ball or I kick the soccer ball for him, like he doesn't get down the end of the yard as fast as he would when he was 2, but it's still like the same amount of focus and drive and lust for playing fetch. So I think it's been a good example of seeing that in a dog, because I was scared that like when Blas would age, as Blas would age, he would like want to play with toys, but his body wouldn't be there to like to sustain or to support what his mind wants. But like, I've been trying to take real good care of his joints and everything, and he still is just as annoying as he was when he was like 5 years old. So that's an interesting question, fellow Canadian, because I think the same thing for Blas, because he is the most driven dog to play fetch that you'll ever know. And as he was aging through his life, I was like, oh, I wonder how this is going to affect him when he is older. Because there was a time when I thought Blas was going to have to be an amputee. I took Blas to a vet. I didn't know this at the time, but Blas had torn his ACL. So I took him to a vet, and we did x-rays and stuff, and this veterinarian said, oh, if you look here, here in his hip flexor, you know, joint muscle or something, we need to amputate his leg. And so he sent me home, and I spent a week sitting in my house thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to like, I was looking up wheelchairs for dogs. I was learning how I was going to adjust to this lifestyle. The long story short is I took him to a second vet and I got a second opinion before going through with the surgery. And we discovered that he had a torn ACL. So then I took him home and I took care of him, and his ACL healed. And now Blas is the dog that you guys know. He's still as active as ever. He does not have any hip problems. He doesn't have any mobility issues. So think about that, guys. But when you go to a doctor or to a vet and you get some sort of diagnosis, I recommend that you go for a second opinion somewhere, because you might not be talking to the right people. So anyway, the point of that story is that kind of moment put me into this mind state where I think about Blas in his future self and like his toy drive and things like that. And yeah, I was afraid that he was going to be like a wheelchair bound dog. So it's pretty interesting. Every day that he can run down the yard on his own 2 legs, I consider it a blessing. I also consider it a blessing if we can find this pipe. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm still as fit as I was when I was 25. Like, I was training for triathlons when I was in my mid-20s. So I was running those. So I swam a lot more, and I would bike. I would bike, like, 24 miles. I don't want to say I would do that every day. I would get up in the morning and run... how many miles? But yeah, I would get off work and I would go bike for 24 miles, yeah, and then I'd come home. Now, being 36, like, the only difference that I see is that I can't stay up as late now that I'm 36. Like, when I was in my 20s, I could stay up a lot later. But now, I feel like I want to go to bed. But aside from that, still feel the same. I'm still just as fit. And mentally, I still feel the same. Maybe, okay, guys, is the pipe out here? No, it can't be, because you have to, like, walk through the door. You can't do that while holding an item. Dogs are too happy with their owners to care about their age, says Davenport. True. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, always get a second opinion. Almost got my dog put down for a cold. Not joking, and I forgot what they said. That's what I'm saying. I think veterinarians are interesting. I respect the career. I respect the profession and the passion that you have to want to heal animals. But some vets, I feel like they just take a shotgun approach.
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
Wait, do you guys hear somebody laughing? I'm gonna fill this thing up with water. No, not you again. Hey, is that a fish? Hey, look at the fish! I might get off now, getting tired. Yeah, sure thing, Davenport, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Nice to see you pop in, buddy. Redirect sewer water. Oh, wait, what's this?
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man.
Renaissance.
Only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
Very interesting. Okay, very interesting. So Alexander Tenenbaum and me, Daniel, myself, we were working together with this huge castle and all these weird contraptions to develop, like, Da Vinci-style machinery to try to figure out how to separate the shadow monster from the orb. Now, why were we trying to do that? I'm not sure. There must be something about the orb that is like an infinity gauntlet or something, where it, like, gave us power. But so far, unless I've missed it, nothing that we've read or any dialogue that's come through in the game has described the orbs as giving me some kind of power. I think the only way it's described them is that the orbs make you trip out, and that it, like, turns the sky into fire and shit like that. So I don't know, maybe I missed some dialogue, but it looks like Tenenbaum and myself are making contraptions and using human experiments in a way to try to separate the orb from the shadow monster, which is very interesting. Very interesting. I like where this is going. Now, oh, and also remember, at the beginning of the game, Daniel wrote himself a letter saying, I chose amnesia. So Daniel gave himself amnesia for some reason, and I think we're uncovering that as we go. I like that. This is interesting. LP, what's going on, LP? What else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, we're going to play for a little while longer, guys. So let's do, like, this sewer. Let's do this puzzle here, and then we'll save the game and we'll call it, so. Okay. I did something. I guess that's bad. It's attached to a rusty chain in the ceiling. Well, there's nothing over here. Except the fish. Hello, fish. There's a whole lot of nothing over here. You can't have a video game without a sewer level and a steam puzzle.
August 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying. But Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, all right, yeah. So that kind of reinforces what I had just surmised. Alright, I need to solve this chain puzzle. Because my other valve is probably over here. Why is my sanity... Oh, okay. I thought my sanity was draining. So we have a rusty chain. Now, you would think I need to throw an item at it. At the chain. Like that.
August 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is
That was my
curious about it
question.
all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
Wow, that is pretty cool that I paused the game and had that short discussion of my questions, and then we read these two journal entries that basically reaffirm my guesses. Shit! It's getting dark in here. I can't reach those torches to light them. Well, I don't understand. Is that all I needed to do in this room? I don't know, guys. I think that's all I needed to do. I mean, it did like the little sound effect for when I solved the puzzle. But there was a man murmuring in some sort of big concrete chamber. I don't know. I guess we're going back in here. I don't know. Is this the Eastern Chamber? Or what was it talking about in the sewer? Did anything change in here? No, these things are still stuck. Did you have a good Halloween, LP? I worked on Halloween, so I didn't have a great Halloween. Not this year. Next year, we're gonna do something fun. Okay, so I raised these things, which is all fine and good, but that does nothing for us. I have to find that other pipe. I've looked in every room, though. It feels foolish to do this again. Maybe there's not another pipe. But how do I get those wheels unstuck? Yeah, I've looked in every corner of this entire area. There is no fourth pipe. There has to be, though. There has to be. It's right here. Okay. So Raven says, what about the other side of the bridge in that one room? Okay. You mean as far as finding the fourth piece of the pipe? Here's why I don't think the pipe is anywhere besides this area. If I'm holding the pipe in my hands, how do I click this door to open it? If I'm holding the pipe on the other side of this door, how do I hold it and then go into this area? So the fourth pipe has to be in this area because you can't travel between zones. To see what's in the room? Okay. Alright. I'll go back. This whole pipe thing is stuck in my craw, though. Oh no, OBS is crapping out. Okay, all right. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and close the show then. Yeah, it's a fine time to close the show. Yeah, OBS is dropping. So yeah, I'm gonna save and exit. And we'll pick up this puzzle on our next episode, whether that's tomorrow or next Saturday. Okay. Hey guys, you know what? We ended up getting a lot of progress tonight, even though I started the game all the way over from the beginning on tonight's episode. We switched over to normal mode, and I still caught up to my previous save from yesterday's episode, and then some. And we even made more progress. And I think it's going to be a much better experience for us playing this game on normal mode. That way we get to have fun with it. I mean, I like a challenging game, but this game, it's just one of those things where it's like playing Metal Gear Solid 2 on hard mode. It's like you're playing it for the reason of it being difficult, and that's not what we want out of this game right now. We want to experience the game, we want to have fun with it together, and then we want to move on to another spooky game, okay? So we're having a good time with Amnesia. I'm really caught up in the story right now. I want to see where this goes, and I'm really starting to pick up things with Alexander, with Tenenbaum, and with the orbs, and what kind of machinery and what kind of experiments that they're doing in order to like unlock the potential of these orbs. So let's stay tuned and see what happens with that. I'm very interested. Yeah, guys, sorry. OBS is turning out to be a bit of a temperamental beast tonight. It was messing up at the end of our community stream, and now it's crapping out now. So I was gonna close out the episode after we fiddled around with that riddle. With that puzzle anyways, so it looks like now is a good time to call it. Yeah, and the dogs know that too. No game tomorrow night. I'll talk to you guys in Discord tomorrow, and we'll see if we're going to play a game, whether we do it in the afternoon, whether we do it in the evening, but we'll see about that, okay? So, Amnesia Episode 3 will be either maybe tomorrow night, maybe not, maybe Saturday. Saturdays have been really hard for me to make it, but definitely Sunday at the latest. Okay, so Sunday will be our next Amnesia episode, everybody. I hope that you're enjoying this game. I'm glad that we started it back over on normal mode. Let's do chat rankings. And we'll get out of here. So Ravenwolf is got a long